Well, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folari. Today, let's look at the issue of renewed killings in Benue State. It might sound trite to say that even one killing is too much. We're not in a war situation, yet these things go on. And in Benue State, especially, renewed killings in that state have led to an idea to meet with the president. Let's look at that because it's been discussed in the National Assembly. Recommendations are being discussed. The recommendations that have, sort of been transferred from something like about two or three, national assemblies before now. Now, our guest is security expert and president of Benue Development Forum, Mr. Terrence Kuanum. Thank you very much. A fine morning to you.
Thanks for having me, Uncle Yori.
Our pleasure, sir. Always. Always. It's unfortunate that it is this sad story that we wish really that we would hear the end of, that we are having to discuss again. I'm hearing goings and toings and froings. The issue of grazing apparently is right up there. But give me your overview of this resurgence, as it were, of killings in Benue.
Yeah, thank you very much, Uncle Yori, for that question. It's quite unfortunate that we are having this situation on our hands after implementing the Open Grazing and Ranches Prohibition Law promulgated in 2017 for about 5 years, because the last administration was able to implement that law to the extent that we'd never had influx of cattle in Benue again. But we never knew what happened to the law, that all of a sudden we have a lot of influx into the state to an extent that today we'll have simultaneous killings in over 6 local governments going out in one night, losing people in hundreds. It was quite strange to our people. But we need first to commend the efforts of
Did you say in hundreds? I beg your pardon. Did you say in hundreds?
Yes, because the renewed killings
as of a March
took place.
6 report, they were talking about up to 50 people being killed.
No, that was in just one local government in Nukum. We had about 30 in Kwande. We had another number in Kasinala. We have another number in Guma, Makodi, and Agatu. Over 6 local governments were attacked at the same time and the same night, and in Gwe local government. And so we had these simultaneous attacks at the same time, with a lot of influx of herders into the state. And we need to first commend Mr. President because he has deployed enough security to the state. We also have to commend the Senate because the senator representing the Benue Northeast, Senator Emmanuel, then raised the matter of urgent public importance at the National Assembly. And there was a lot of collaboration with the senators, and the Senate President quickly was able to draw resolutions that they were going to meet with the President and the governor to be able to resolve these issues. The challenge we are having at the moment is, when these issues started, me and you have been in this terrain for some time. At that time, the efforts were being made from the state, and we were always complaining that the federal government is not doing anything, at the point we even have to accuse the federal government at that time that they were complicit, and that is why they were doing nothing about these killings. Today, we have a president and the National Assembly that have stood up and are ready to protect. But we are having challenges in the state where, as the efforts are coming from the federal government, the state is trying to justify the killings and saying that at one point, militias are fighting themselves. At one point, the Benue people are rustling. Uncle Yoro, we have discussed the issue of rustling cows here, and I have told you time without number that Benue people are not herders. Before you can be able to rustle a cow, you must know how to herd a cow. So if you rustle a cow and you can't be able to head the cow home, how are you going to do it? And they went further to say that we are not just rustling cows this time, we are butchering cows and selling in wheelbarrows. We keep imagining where a thief man will be rustling and butchering cows and selling without any proof. Now, it is becoming a challenge to resolve this issue as it has broken now, because with all the efforts that are coming from the federal to be able to assist us push these herders away and restore peace in our land, someone is somewhere trying to justify these killings. And it has become a concern because we want to know why such justification is coming. Because when the governor himself, who said that it was the clash of militias in Kuanum local government that caused it, when he went on ground, the villagers there told him in the face that it is the Fulani people that came to attack them. It is the Fulani people that came to kill them. And then at that point, the narrative also changed, that it is our militias that went to invite Fulanis to come and help them defeat another set of militias. I think what we need to do for our people to have peace now is the synergy that we have lacked so much from the federal level to come and combine with the forces in the state to implement the law that is on ground, to be able to mobilize security so that peace will come to the state. So it is quite a concern to all of us as Benue people that at a time we are having a support we never had at all, at a time the Senate has stood up to stand with us, we have a state government rather fighting the Senate. Because when the governor visited the Kuanum local government, what he was trying to do was to castigate the senator that had the courage to raise this issue on the floor of the Senate in bad light before his own people, which was not good for our security concerns. At the same time, after doing that, they left Kuanum local government, where we lost 50 people, without a proper security machinery in place to protect those people from further attacks. So these put together are a big concern to us as Benue people.